If you can see me, if you can hear me, let me just hear you say yeah. Let me hear you type in the chat box if you can hear me. And this is our own special crossover night. Yes, this is our crossover night where we would be talking about all what you need to know about effective business burnout prevention methods you can implement in the year 2025. And I want to welcome you as you join in. Barrister, all right, you're welcome. And as I always say, that the hallmark of a professional, if you're really professional, is keeping to time. You must keep to time, and then you must make it worth the while. So it will just be for 30 minutes, but it will be a beautiful 30-minute session. So if you're expecting anything, if you have questions, you can type it in the chat box, and I will definitely get to that at the stress management ending, towards the end, where I'll take all your questions and wrap it up. And just 30 minutes, by 7:30 p.m. West African time, we'll be done, and we'll be saying Happy New Year officially to a year that will be stress-free for you. So the objectives of this session, the first thing I want you to know is that I want you to understand stress. What is stress? Sorry. Then I want you to understand that there is what we call burnout. You should understand what burnout is, what burnout really is in terms of business burnout, what makes people burn out. Then the next thing I will see is that I will now start telling you about stress management techniques you can use so you don't burn out in your business. So even if a small scale business, small, medium and scale entrepreneurs, you'll learn a lot from this session. And I just want you to know that there are some boundaries you must start setting. You must start prioritizing your self-care. You must learn to say no and be assertive with some things. You must take breaks, you must delegate, and you must practice time management and disconnect from technology from time to time and seek professional help when it gets overwhelming. So let's dive right in. So what is stress? You may be asking that, okay, why am I here? Like, what is burnout? What is stress? Stress is just your response to situations that are beyond you. So if any situation is beyond me, I will be stressed. If any situation is beyond you, you will be stressed. And stress is not the challenge in itself, but your response to that challenge. Stress is not the event in itself, but your response to that event. And you have two responses most times. It's either you run in terms of flight from the stress, or you fight the stress. So I just want you to know that this session will be recorded, and as much as possible you will have access to it. So the next thing I want you to know is that in this fight or flight response that we have, some hormones come into play. For example, the stress hormone, which is called cortisol, and also the adrenaline, the non-adrenaline, which we call the fight and flight hormones. They come into play, and they just they want you to either fight or you fight. And the stress hormones can be what is causing all the pimples, all the wrinkles and all that. Those are what we call the stress hormone. Okay, so let me change my connection to see. Okay, so this network is better now. So I just want you to know that if you allow stress to overwhelm you, that is when it becomes chronic. That's when you burn out. But if you can utilize stressful situations and conditions effectively, it can lead to your growth, it can lead to you taking action, and it can lead to needed change in your life. The great change you need in your life can be wrapped inside that thing you are calling stress. So let's now move to what we call business burnout. Business burnout is a state of exhaustion where there's disinterest in your work that results from when there's prolonged stress and pressure to perform. And there are some signs you see when you are getting stressed out in your business. The first thing is that you start feeling tired and drained. Most days you just feel tired, you feel drained, you don't feel energetic, then you feel overwhelmed when you need to do something about your work. When you just feel overwhelmed, you feel that sometimes you feel useless, you feel powerless, you feel empty in your workplace or in your business in itself. And sometimes you have this mental distance from your job. You just don't want to hear anything work. If it seems overwhelming to you, then there are sometimes that you have this negative feeling about your job. It's always bad. Something bad may happen to you. They may sack you, or if you have a business, you might go bankrupt and all that. You just have these negative feelings, negative notions, just because you are stressed, and you start having some professional efficiency problems. That is, the level of delivery you have in your job will start declining. That's when you should know that you are getting stressed. Yes, and when you now start having that, oh, you are not accomplishing so much personally, you are being emotionally exhausted, really, this stress is already taking a toll. And this is particularly for small and middle scale entrepreneurs. And majorly, there are 4 different causes of this business burnout. Yes, there are majorly 4 major causes. Like 4 major causes cause this business burnout, and they can be overwork or long hours. You just keep working and working and working and working. It's not so good. Or you lack what we call work-life balance. Your work and your life, they are not balanced. You are not finding a way to balance it well. Or you have this pressure to succeed or meet some very high expectations. You want to meet some targets, and or you lack what we call social support, or you feel isolated. These are some of the things that can cause you to feel stressed and lead to effective stress and lead to burnout in your business. So let's now move to what you can do when you start feeling all these symptoms, when you start feeling all these kind of things. Oh, 2025, I want it to be a different year for you in your business. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I don't want you to feel that, oh, you can't cope anymore. I want you to feel capable enough to be able to deal with your stressors and be able to thrive in your business. I want your business to be able to scale up higher and higher in the year 2024. And the first thing you need to do is that you must start setting boundaries. You must start setting boundaries. You must know that there are some times that you make it specifically known to people that they can't reach you in this particular time because it's your sleep time. They can't reach you in this particular time because it's your family time. They can't reach you in this particular time because you just make it clear, make it very clear to people. Then make it clear the kinds of people you want to have as your target audience, as the people that are your customers, your prospective clients. These are the kinds of people I want. So you don't work with some clients that will further aggravate your stress. Then you work on some standard operative procedures, like, oh, your management, your staff, there's a level of comportment they must bring to the job. You make sure you find a way to monitor the progress. What you don't expect a lot of results from it. You must inspect what you expect. So you must also have these policies, set clear boundaries for your refund policies, for your instrumental payments, for your terms and conditions of return policies. You must find a way to create a system that you are very clear that these are the boundaries in the aspect of this my business. Then you must have this setup where there's a preferred official mail for official things and your personal things are for your personal things. Don't mix business with your everyday life. It kind of messes up your work-life balance. And you must have this business line that this is just for business, and this is my office time, these are my office hours. You must make it clear to the people you work with, and they will respect you for it. And you must know that there are some tenets of integrity, tenets of customer service, tenets that, okay, these are the guiding principles of this organization, and you must state this clearly to people, and this will guide your professional conduct. It will guide the kind of people that will be coming into your space. It will guide the kind of business principles that you will call your own. When your boundaries are clear, your commitments will be clear. And let's now talk about prioritizing your self-care. That's also another thing you need to do in the year 2025. You must prioritize your self-care. You must have spa time. You must have time that you go to the salon. You must have time that you do your dental check. You must have time where you do annual health screening. You must have time that is movie time. You just enjoy movies, good movies in this festive period, good movies in this holiday season. Enjoy them, unwind. And you must have this time that you can just walk into a park and just experience the scenery. Experience a lot of green vegetations. Experience what it is like to be in nature. Have deep breathing time where you breathe in and you can breathe out and feel relaxed. Yes, you need time like that. Those self-care time. You must have self-care time for aerobic exercise where you go jogging, where you have your me time. You must prioritize your me time in the year 2025. Don't be random about it. Prioritize your me time. Be very specific about, this is what I want for my year. This is how I want to have this me time. This is how I am prioritizing my self-care. Eat well, nourish your body. Then the next thing you must know is that you must learn to be assertive. So let's quickly run through what we've spoken about so far. We've spoken about the aspect that there's stress, and stress is your response. Then business burnout happens many times because we don't really prioritize. Then we must know that for us to now navigate this stress very well, we must set clear boundaries. And the other thing I just spoke about is having your own self-care time. So the fifth thing we are talking about is learning to say no. Be assertive. Say no to what is disrespectful to you, disrespectful projects, disrespectful conversations, disrespectful situations, things that won't let your business grow. Say no to them. You can't say yes to everything. Once you are saying yes to some things, you are automatically saying no to some other things. No is a valid answer, just as yes is. No is a valid answer, just as yes is. Things that do not benefit your mindset in terms of your psychology, things that do not benefit your heart set in terms of your emotionality, things that do not benefit your health set in terms of your physicality, things that do not benefit your soul set, your spirituality. Say no to them. Say no to them. You must find a way to say no to things that are not serving you. Then the other thing you need to do is take breaks. Yes, have a day in the week. Could it be a Sunday? Could it be a Saturday? Could it be a weekend or a time you're not at work where it is just your own time, where you say, this is the time I dedicate for myself. Not serving other people all the time, round the clock. Always working is not the best. You likely burn yourself out that way. Have a me time where you are saying that, okay, I am taking break to be able to rejuvenate. And if you have a task that you want to do, take micro breaks. There's something we call the Pomodoro technique, and this is where you pick up a task, you do the task without any distractions for 25 minutes consecutively. You take 5 minutes break to stretch, to walk around, to unwind. Then you go back to work again after that 5 minutes. You repeat this cycle 3 times, and after four Pomodoros, you now take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes and begin the process again till you get the task done. And when you get the task done, what do? Give yourself a treat. Celebrate yourself. 2025, I know you've written lots of goals for yourself. You can achieve them all. Yes, you can achieve them all. But you must learn to prioritize taking breaks. You must take breaks and celebrate your little wins. Celebrate your small wins. People will say you are doing too much. People will say, oh, you are always all over posting. You are always all over celebrating. However, you know what you are doing. You are consciously giving yourself that affirmation. You are consciously giving yourself that feedback loop that you are doing well. And you must also learn to sleep. Sleep 6 to 8 hours. Don't just always work and work and work and work and have stress written all over your face. Take time to sleep. Then, when you now set up a structure, you must learn to delegate tasks. Yes, you must learn to delegate tasks. I was sharing some snippets about my forthcoming book as a leader, and I spoke about the Isiowa matrix, where when something is urgent and is important, that's your duty, you should do it. When something is not urgent but it's important, you can schedule it, you can decide on when you do it. When something is not important but urgent, you should delegate. There are some things that is not your duty, and when something is not important, not urgent, delete it from your schedule. It won't save you. So this delegation, you must know that there's only much you can do. You must learn to delegate as a leader. You must learn to delegate in the year 2025. There are people that they will happily, joyfully do what is their duty. Don't say, if it is not me, it can be done well. Teach them how it can be done and inspect what you expect. I will say that again. Inspect what you expect. Then the 8th thing you must know is that you must learn what we call time management. There are different things you must learn in time management: how to prioritize what really matters to you, how to master time blocking. Between this time and this time, this is what I'm doing. That's what we call time blocking. For example, between 7 to 7:30, while this session was recorded, West African time, I know that that is what I am doing. By 7:30 to 8, I am getting back home, I am relaxing, I am eating, I am doing that. Always have that kind of structured life. Don't just be random. Eliminate distractions, tackle procrastination, have the do it now technique, have the do it now ideology. When a task needs to be done, it is urgent, it is important, do it now, and review and reflect on your goals and results in the year 2025. When you take out this year 2025, look at it very well that, okay, these are the goals I've set. In the first quarter, this is what I want to do. In the second quarter, this is what I want to do. In the third quarter, this is what I want to do. In the fourth quarter, this is what I want to do. When it's now the first quarter, January to the month of March, look at it. What is my progress? As I am doing this, as I am meeting the goals, you are reviewing, you are reflecting, you are revisiting your goals. You are strategically limiting the way you are all over the place. You are focused on your goals and you are achieving those goals. Come what may, you can achieve your goals without getting stressed out, without burning out in your business, and your business will thrive well. Then you must learn to disconnect from technology. I tell you, technology is a blessing. However, it can also burn you out. It can always also burn you out. Use what we call app timers, application timers on your phones. Say that, okay, I must not exceed so and so number of time in my, or while on Facebook, while on WhatsApp, while on Instagram. Set it so you don't offshoot your time too much and be spending so much time on social media just consuming and consuming. Create what can make you thrive. People say that the best of economies are economies that people create, and we are creative people. God has made us creative people. However, we have found ourselves in this kind of consumerism kind of ideology where we must always consume. No. God created us to create things that are solutions to people's problems. So in your creating problems, in your creating solutions to problems, you must know that as much as possible, you are doing what we call digital minimalization. It's not every time you are online. It's not every tatafo. It's not every business gossip. It's not every celebrity gossip you must find yourself wrapped around. And you must practice what we call digital minimalization. You must also limit your blue screen exposure. Blue screen is what is emitted into your eyes while you are staring at screens. Blue screen is what is emitted into your eyes while you are staring at laptops, your phones and everything. Blue screens can disrupt your sleep life. And use your gadgets. Don't let your gadgets use you. Use your gadgets. Don't let your gadgets use you. Use your gadget. I will say it again. Don't let your gadgets use you. And finally, I'll be wrapping up with this, that you should learn to seek professional help when you know that you've exhausted almost all the stress management techniques you know, and you are still not getting the best out of it. See, I tell you, there are lots of books on stress management. There are lots of books on burnout, how to avoid burnout. There are lots of books. For example, my book, How to Have a Stress-Free Year, it will teach you a lot how to smash your goals for the year without burning out. The book Stress We Are Done by Dr. Ezine Nnamdi Lewis will teach you effectively how to be done with stress. You can be done with stress. The book Effective Stress Management by Dr. Abibola Mitoye has so many things for people that work in the professional sphere, how to effectively work as an executive and still not burn yourself out. There are myriads of resources, and I will also be letting you know that you can get my book, How to Have a Stress-Free Year. It will be made available just tomorrow. Usually, I've released that book since 2023. It has done a lot for lots of people. I've spoken in lots of corporate organizations on stress management. It has done a lot for people, I tell you, and they are just simple strategies you can apply, but they are well researched, and you can use the worksheet from the University of South Carolina to monitor your stress. You should know what you are doing that is stressing you, and you should find a way to checkmate that stress. That's my book, How to Have a Stress-Free Year. Just tomorrow, I'll make it available for everybody for 1,000 naira instead of 5,000 naira. However, on Amazon, it will still be the normal price it is on Amazon. But on my seller store, just search How to Have a Stress-Free Year on Google, and once it brings up the seller option, or go to linktree/daddy_Joe, or just text me. I'll send you the link to get How to Have a Stress-Free Year. It will let you enjoy your year 2025. You can enjoy your year 2025 without burning out. Let me tell you, it is possible. It is possible for you to smash your goals without burning out. And I'll be releasing 2 books next year. The first one in the first half, and the second one in the second half. The first one will be titled I Remember Your Call. That one is just a book of poems. I love poems, actually. I like to write poems just to let people know that, okay, like there are different types of love, and love is beautiful, love is kind, and all that. And the second book I'll be releasing is As a Leader. It will be a short ebook, and it will help everyone that is wanting to navigate the leadership sphere and to be effective in it, to know how to really do what is expected of your leadership, and you will enjoy that leadership. So, as I said earlier, tomorrow, throughout tomorrow, from 12 a.m. on seller, you can get my book. Instead of 5,000 naira, you get it for 1,000 naira. It is called How to Have a Stress-Free Year. It has helped many people. I've spoken in Wema Bank about it, Elevation Church, The Even Nation, so many platforms. Yes, You Can Conference by Babatumishe. I spoke on stress management just from the tips from this book, and I'm giving it to you tomorrow for 1,000 naira only. So if you have any questions, you can drop it in the comment section, just so we can capture what are the questions you have in this session, like how to have a stress-free year. What do you want to know about it? Business, if you are setting up a business, what do you really need to be able to effectively manage stress? I've told you so many techniques, and I believe that you will do well to maximize all this information as much as possible. I want to see a better you. I want to see a better business in you. I want to see a better you in the year 2025. I want to see you scale up your business from this to this in the year 2025, and you can skyrocket your business. Definitely, if you know how to manage your stress, if you know how to smash your goals and not burn out, you can, and I believe you can. Thank you all for joining, and this is me telling you Happy New Year and wishing you a prosperous 2025. Thank you so much for watching to this point, and see you in the year 2025 smashing your goals. Cheers.